Welcome to another edition of The Night Sky This Week. I'm your host, Andrew Fazekas, the Night Sky Guy. Hope you had a great weekend. This is a new week, September 25th, 2023. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Did you guys get to see that amazing NASA landing of the OSIRIS-REx mission in the desert in Utah? Fantastic pinpoint landing, 7-year mission, scooped up, we think, about 200, 300 grams of this asteroid. It's a near-Earth asteroid. It's about 500 meters across, and it's just amazing engineering feat of being able to send a spacecraft the size of an SUV to like something that's hundreds of millions of kilometers in travel time and be able to scoop up that sample. It's just amazing, and it's going to really teach us about amazing things in terms of the evolution of their solar system, the formation of our solar system. How do planets come to be? And there's some exciting stuff. They think they've discovered maybe some organic compounds on the surface of Bennu, of this asteroid, and they're going to be looking at those samples close up in the laboratories. It's currently heading over to the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, where they're going to be looking at these amazing samples, pristine, untouched since the formation of the planet. So really amazing stuff. Check that out. You can go to nasa.gov. They'll have all kinds of information. And I think they'll be revealing what that little pile of dirt from this distant asteroid looks like. So that'll be interesting to take a look at as well. Hope you're having a great day. Let's jump in and see. First off, there's some news about auroras, northern lights. There was some good auroras, especially in Europe. If you were in Europe, did you see anything? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Let me know if you saw any northern lights popping up in your skies over the weekend. My friends at spaceweather.com saying that there is a continued chance of storms. The geomagnetic storm that sparked bright red auroras over Europe last night is subsiding, but it could flare up again as Earth moves deeper into this CME's magnetized wake. So there's a chance for G1, G2. These are minor and medium level activity, geomagnetic storm activities for September 25th. That's today, with a chance of even a G3, a strong levels of CME effects persist. So this is really exciting because this is a potential for northern lights again. So I'm located in North America. I haven't heard yet of what people saw. Maybe there was a little minor amounts of that. There's some amazing photos from Scotland, Switzerland. There's one from Calgary, Canada. There you go. Denmark, France, Lithuania. There's one from Ontario, Canada there. So obviously there was a little bit there. All taken last night, late in the overnight period into early this morning, Monday morning. So some interesting things to see. Keep an eye out for northern lights, basically. That's what this is saying. You can see the sunspots, a lot of sunspots currently. This is as of Monday, midday Eastern time in North America. This is what the sunspots look like on our star. You can see these are directed towards the Earth, and if they shoot off flares and charged particle clouds, it heads towards our planet, and we get a chance to see auroras potentially. So some really interesting things. So if you guys are in Europe or Asia, northern, in Russia, in Scandinavian countries, definitely, and maybe even farther south, like even in France, they've been reporting some auroral activity. So keep an eye out for that. If we go and head into our planetarium program. This is my favorite program, Sky Safari Pro by Simulation Curriculum. Love this view of the sunset. I don't know if you saw, I posted a picture on Facebook. If you do go on my Facebook page, wonderful sunset, did a little Facebook reel. Love it. I mean, I was just watching the sunset, and there's nothing like that if just for a peace of mind. It's just absolutely amazing. And look, once the sun sets, there is Mars that's embedded in the glow of the sunset. Very difficult, challenging object. Binoculars are needed, and you really need a clear view to the west, low western horizon, to even have a chance of seeing that. But if we move an hour after, you can see it has already set. Mars is gone. Goodbye. It's heading towards the sun. But if we look at the other end of the sky, let me just go and zoom out. You'll see something interesting. Look at that. There is the moon. That is the waxing gibbous moon. It's heading towards a full moon this Friday. Folks, this Friday at 5:57 a.m. Eastern Time is officially the full moon, which means we'll see a beautiful full moon on Thursday evening and Friday evening, about the same size, same look to the full moon on both nights. So whether you have a clear sky on Thursday or Friday, no matter, you'll get an amazing view of the full moon. But this is the view as of Monday, September 25th. The moon is in the zodiacal constellation of Capricornus, the sea goat. And I want you to look at it if I just go another hour after sunset. So this is about 2 hours after sunset. This is about 8:30. You can see the time clock at the bottom there. So this is what it would look like where the moon is. And you'll see in relation to the moon, there is a bright yellow star. That is not a star, but the planet Saturn. It's embedded right in the, I guess, in the navel area, in the abdomen, the tummy area of Aquarius, the water bearer constellation, another zodiacal constellation, and the planet Saturn is there. And you'll see the moon and Saturn are going to be pairing together by Tuesday, September 26th. So watch this. I'll just pop the moon over by a day, switch this over, and you'll see that the moon is now hanging around Saturn. Again, this is something, no matter where you are around the world, you will be able to see this. Even if you're in the southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere, this is something that should be visible around the world as long as you've got clear skies. Tuesday, September 26th, in the overnight period, we'll see this. Now, this pair will just dominate the overnight. So while this is like around 8:30, this image, you can see that if I go by hour, this is again Tuesday, September 26th. This is around 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, midnight. Do you see that the moon and Saturn are hanging around each other throughout the night? So they dominate the night. You can watch them sweep across the southern sky. If you are a night owl, this is something that you will be able to watch throughout the course of the night. And then by, let's see, if we keep going into the early, this is like 1:30 in the morning, 2:30, by 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, the pair will be setting in the west-southwestern skies. This is early morning, right? So before even sunrise, dawn approaches around 5:30 in the morning. So this is about an hour and a half before even dawn approaching is when the pair will be setting in the southwest. But I guess for most of us, the vast majority of us are looking for stargazing, sky watching opportunities in the evening sky. This is going to be great for Tuesday night. So just backing up and showing again what it looks like around 8:30, 7:30. Look, as you can see, very interesting as the dusk is settling in, about a half hour to an hour after sunrise, sunset, I should say, sunset on Tuesday. This is the view. So it's really beautiful. You don't even have to wait until it gets completely dark, basically, to see this beautiful pairing. Now, for those of you with small telescopes, the view of Saturn is amazing. And if you haven't seen Saturn before, why not get that telescope out and check it out for yourself? You won't regret it. And it really is an amazing sight. The pair is just beautiful. So if you can imagine, I'm going to just put this in the middle here, and I'm going to zoom in on Saturn and kind of show you what it'll look like together. This is kind of a view of the pair through binoculars. Now, Saturn will still look like a yellow star. You won't be able to see those iconic rings that they're so known for. But if we continue zooming in, as I'm doing here, at one point the rings become evident. You can see there. Through a small backyard telescope using eyepieces with high magnification, this is what you're going to see. I'm looking at the comments. I'm seeing hello from England, Trish, nice of you to join us. Crystal from Nova Scotia. We've got Pam from the UK as well. Nikki from the UK. Wow, lots of folks in the UK watching. Well, I guess it should be getting dark there, and you should be able to see the moon rising in the east. So check that with Saturn. It'll be really, really, really great for you to see. Lucy from Portugal, welcome. And Monica from Montreal, my hometown. Very nice. And of course, Suna from Turkey, welcome. Great of you to be here. We've got Jean from Colorado, Wenderson from Haiti, and we've got, sorry, I can't pronounce your name, but we have a viewer from Greece on YouTube. Welcome to everyone, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, any platform. If you find value in this video, please hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me. Join my global community of stargazing friends. We come together every week. You're more than welcome. We get to chat in the comment section, share stories and photos as well. And it means tremendous amounts for me. I'd appreciate it if you do subscribe and like my videos and share them with your network of friends and family. It allows me to bring these guides, visual guides, to your home every week for free. And by the way, we're very, very close to 70,000 followers on Facebook. We're just very few dozen of followers short. So become my friend, follow me on Facebook. Let's get to 70,000 quickly. We just need a few more followers and we're almost there, guys. It's awesome. Our community is growing. We are strong together. It's fantastic. So this is the view. Isn't this amazing? This view of Saturn, I think it's just fantastic. And look, it gets even better if you get close up. And look, this is the view basically through a medium powered eyepiece. And what you're seeing is, of course, those little iconic rings. They really are there. You could really see them through a small backyard telescope. And look what else there is. You see these? These aren't stars. These are actually the moons of Saturn. Saturn has dozens and dozens of moons, but there are a handful that are bright enough because they're big and they're very reflective. They're covered with ice. They are very reflective of the sunlight and we can see them. And it's just amazing. You've got Titan, which is, filled with it's a moon with an atmosphere, go figure, and has a methane atmosphere. We think it looks like a primitive Earth, what Earth looked like billions of years ago. That's the environment there. There's Tethys, Dion, Rhea, Iapetus, lots of ice covering these worlds. Really interesting type of moons Saturn has. That's a whole other thing to study, is these moons. And you can watch them move around over the course of a few days. If you come back another day this week, they'll be in a different position. So if we just move back out, remember, the moon will guide you Tuesday night. It's just that if you've never seen Saturn, you're not sure where it is in the sky. It's a bright yellow colored star, and it's visible right next to the moon Tuesday night. It just doesn't get any simpler than this, and you don't have to go out to the countryside. You could do it from your balcony within city limits. This is something you can see, even with lots of light pollution. You can do this with the naked eye, with binoculars, with telescopes. It's a great sight. Now, if we kind of go an hour later, where it gets dark enough in the sky, again, this is something like around 8:30, 9 o'clock local time, and we see what kind of things there are in the sky, where the moon is traveling. So this is Tuesday night. By Wednesday night, look at this. The moon is kind of sandwiched between two planets. Now, this other planet, Neptune, which looks like a bluish green dot in binoculars, is a challenge, folks, especially with the near full moon. In fact, I would, this is a real challenge because of the glare of the moon, but that's where it's positioned. If you want to go and take that challenge and try to see if you can spot Neptune, this definite, obvious greenish blue dot, there's no star that has that color in that area, it's going to be kind of lined up equidistant, almost on either side of the moon. So one side you'll have Saturn, which is really easy to see, and then on the other side, which you need strong binoculars or a telescope to actually see, you can use the moon as a guidepost in finding that. So I'll post a sky chart for that for Wednesday night like that, definitely. And then the moon is going to be even closer by Thursday night next to the moon, but the moon is going to be literally almost a full moon. So remember, folks, Thursday night, Friday night is going to be great. This is Thursday night, and Friday night it's over here in Pisces, the fishes, another zodiacal constellation. And what will be really interesting is you can see the Saturn is way over here, but hold on, my head's in the way in the view here. If you put out, look what's over here, you can see that. Jupiter's rising. So this is around 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And this one is on Friday. So by Friday, you'll see late at night, watching that full moon rise. Officially, the full moon's at 5:57 a.m. Eastern time, North American time. That's the official time, but it doesn't matter. The full moon will look like a full moon on Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday night, no problem. It'll just be really spectacular. Watching the moon rise after sunset is spectacular. So try that on Thursday or Friday night. Either one will be great. And especially coming up in the eastern skyline, right, in the eastern horizon, it'll look absolutely spectacular. So try that. And remember, the name of this one, by the way, the moon is going to be a super full moon. So what you're seeing here is a super full moon, and it's also known as the corn super full moon. Goes by other names as well, but I like the corn one because this is the time when they harvest corn, and it's also known as the harvest moon. For around in the northern hemisphere, they're harvesting their crops this time of the year before winter sets in, and so it's really, really nice to see a full moon any month rising, but this one's a super full moon, meaning that it's slightly larger and slightly brighter than the average full moon that you would see. So we see a lot of super moons. I don't know. I don't know if you'll notice the difference, but it doesn't matter. It'll be absolutely beautiful. So make sure you watch that. And if we follow the moon later, this is again Friday night, 29th. This is Saturday. And by Sunday, look at this. This will be absolutely beautiful. This is the final thing for this week's show, is the moon, the waning gibbous moon next to Jupiter. This is going to be rising in the east-northeastern sky in the constellation Aries, the Ram, another zodiacal constellation. That's where the moon and Jupiter, two of the brightest solar system objects together in the sky. You don't want to miss it. This is around 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and they will be dominating the overnight skies, heading towards the southern skies together. So don't miss this. This is just spectacular, especially when it's closer to the horizon. They will look very beautiful, higher up in the sky as well. There's no doubt this pairing will be just gorgeous to look at. With binoculars, you will see something like that, and you may be able to make out the moons of Jupiter with binoculars. Can you imagine that? You can actually see the moons that orbit this giant planet, the largest planet in the solar system, with binoculars. And of course, with a telescope, you'll get to see some of the cloud bands. You can see them tiny. You see them in here? You can actually see those little tiny little bands on Jupiter. And then, of course, the moons of Jupiter, Callisto, Ganymede, Io, Europa. This is what it will look like on Sunday night. So this is October 1st, Sunday night. On October 1st, this coming October 1st is a Sunday, and that is where you'll see Jupiter next to the moon. You don't want to miss that. So circle Sunday evening, and it's just hopefully you'll have clear skies to see it. And if you do, I want to hear back from you. Take some photos with your smartphone. It's going to be absolutely beautiful, beautiful stuff. And oh, by the way, guys, I just got the new iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I'm testing it out to see how the astrophotos are. So far, they look great. I'm upgrading from the iPhone 12 Pro Max to the 15 Pro Max, and I can tell you, big difference in terms of its ability to pick up stars. I'll post some of the raw images on my timelines so you can check it out yourself. I was out yesterday night just testing it out. It's just fantastic. It was really, really nice, despite the moon being up in the sky late at night. So great stuff. Hey, thanks for joining me, guys. As always, look out for my book at your local bookstore on Amazon. I also sell signed, dedicated copies of my Backyard Guide to the Night Sky. It's a great pocketbook out by National Geographic. It's considered a bestseller on Amazon, thanks to you guys. You guys are really keeping it up. And my bigger atlas, 6.5 pounds, Stargazer's Atlas. This is something of a mega book that you don't take on vacation. You peruse and maybe on your sofa, and you kind of come up with your own ideas of what you would like to see in the sky. All 88 constellations are there, amazing maps, and in fact, it just won an award with the British Cartographer Society, I think, and it's just fantastic. Of course, National Geographic team out there is amazing in terms of cartography, map making, just beautiful, beautiful stuff, as always. And if you like that, I am selling signed, dedicated copies of the Stargazer's Atlas as well, international sales, and I appreciate you visiting my website, thenightskyguy.com. Folks, that's it for this week. I hope you have a beautiful, clear skies and stay safe and healthy all week long. Take some time out, get outside if you have some clear skies, even for 10, 15 minutes. It makes such a difference. Just mentally, it just calms you down, and you have that connection to the cosmos. There's nothing like it. It's amazing to do it by yourself, with friends, with family. And if you find value in this video, guys, please, hit that subscriber button. Follow me on Facebook, on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up. It means a lot, your support. It allows me to bring these videos to you every week, as always. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, clear skies. Bye-bye.